Hello there guys, this is Solid Shepard bringing you another video, and today was something basically in the morning. It caught my eye. I was just kind of, looking through my ease, my Twitter, Facebook, see if I had anything on YouTube, like any uh notifications or anything good was in my inbox, because I like watching some YouTube videos in the morning while I eat my breakfast. And I happened to notice something. um They were saying there's a Batwoman coming to the CW, and at first, whatever, it's no big deal. I forget who did the video, but I kind of checked in on it. Um, because okay, so I kind of, I googled it real quick, and I came across this article. Now this one's kind of short, but I haven't seen any other articles. I haven't even really read this one. I read like the beginning of it that made me kind of go, and so yeah. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put this away. This is gonna have to be a video for later tonight. Okay, like this is gonna be today's video. Said those exact words. Today, this is gonna be today's video. So, here we are. So like I said, we're starting to see an article. We might only do one other article unless it's another shorter one. Then we'll do three. But we're gonna start and react to this one. Ruby Rose to play Batwoman for CW's superhero universe by Sandra Gonzalez. Now, I'm not going to go and look in to see Sandra Gonzalez's other stuff. I know some other people that I'm personally subscribed to who would do that, but I don't think it really matters. Like, people have different opinions on different things. So we're going to see what, and this is Ruby Rose. We're going to see what her opinion is on this specific. Orange is the new black. Alum Ruby Rose is going to suit up for the CW in a history-making role. The actress has been cast to play Batwoman in both the annual DC superhero crossover event on the network and in a pilot for a possible series consideration. Now, I think something that needs to be stated here. I haven't read it down more. It might just be people not understanding the characters, which is possible. But assuming this is Batwoman and not Batgirl, this is not Barbara Gordon. So people are like, "Oh no, she looks nothing like Barbara Gordon." I might find out as I read on and maybe in another article, but as far as I can tell, this is Batwoman. It's a different character because there is a Batwoman in the comic books. It's not Batgirl. It's not Barbara Gordon. So I don't think she's Barbara Gordon. CW has confirmed its version of the character will be an out lesbian. What's an out lesbian? Is there a difference between an out lesbian and an in lesbian? With a passion for social justice and a flair for speaking her mind. Oh boy. Can you imagine if Batman had a passion for social justice? Not just justice, but social justice. Can you imagine that? Like, why are these things that are descriptors of her? Like flair for speaking her mind. Okay, that's something of that's a character quirk. Okay, that's fine. Although I'm sure as a character I don't want to say it. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say it. I'll tell you what I was about to say. I was about to say as a character she's probably going to be a Mary Sue, just like Rey is in Star Wars. Because a good character arc, they need struggles. Batman's good because he has so many struggles, maybe more than your average superhero. But characters need struggles to grow, and if you don't have them, it just doesn't tell a good story. It's not it's not an engaging story. As far passion of social justice, because every lesbian has to be an SJW, don't you know? Anyone who's gay has to be an SJW. They can't have their own opinion on things. She is a highly trained street fighter primed to snuff out the failing city's criminal resurgence. Where's Batman? Because I'm assuming this is in Gotham City. Where's Batman? Like, I know Batman came first, okay? So where's Batman? Isn't Batman already doing that? Like, why is it resurging? Does Batman need her? Can Batman not handle it himself because he's a man and men can't do shit? I have so many questions about this right now. Like, maybe this is just CNN putting a spin on it because they like to know it. Do that. So we'll wait for to read some other articles, get some other opinions. But Rose's best known to American TV audiences as Stella on Netflix Orange is the New Black. I've never watched that, and I've never even heard of it. Well, I think I heard of it like once, like a long time ago. but was a prominent model and host in her native Australian for several years before. Wait, 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 CNN. Wait. But was a prominent model and a host in her native Australian. So she was a host in her native language? Or what? I think you meant Australia, because Australians speak English. CNN. So I'm pretty sure you mean that you meant this as a place and not a language. So typo, big typo right there. Way to go, CNN. Way to go. Way to go. Rose's casting comes on the heels of CW casting activist Nicole Maines as the first trans superhero. They hired an activist to be the first trans superhero. Of course. So we got, oh God. Okay. Pause real quick. I don't watch the CW. I don't really watch TV in general. Most of the stuff I consume is YouTube, and there's certain shows I watch on Hulu, and of course, when Game of Thrones is on, I watch it on HBO, and that's what I watch. I don't watch TV anymore. So I haven't really watched any of these, but from what I've heard, I could be wrong. Looked into this yourself, but from what I've heard, is like the Flash. Like there's some undertones sometimes with the female characters, or there has been in the show, of SJW stuff, and Supergirl is like a very woman power, female power kind of show. And really, from what I've heard, the only show that's really just a show and just trying to tell a good story has been Green Arrow. And I might be wrong with that too, and I might be wrong with the others. Like I said, please do your own research. Don't take my word for it, because I haven't personally watched them. But in that case, and then in the new not Teen Titans, in the new Titan show they're doing, of course they did that. They hired that black woman to play as Starfire. I know Starfire is an alien, and I just said her name terribly there. I know Starfire is an alien, and her skin is orange. But if we're going for archetypes of humans, she has like long, flowy, like hair. Which, yes, I mean, black women get weaves and stuff, obviously, but her hair's on fire too, by the way. But the parts that aren't on fire, it's like your average, like kind of like blonde Hollywood glamour kind of style, right? It's just it happens to be like an orangish reddish color, and her features are very like Caucasian, like a very narrow face, a narrow chin, like a little nose. She has like a little nose, and her lips are small. And once again, this isn't hate. I'm not saying that. It's just on average, black people have bigger lips. That's just the way it is. It's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just the way it is. And if you look at her character, like how she carries herself, she's very ditzy. And she's also can be very sexual. Almost like the archetype of, the blonde bimbo almost is kind of her character, only she's a little smarter, but she's very naive because she doesn't understand how things work on Earth, and that's kind of her character. So I understand she's an alien, so you can say, okay, well, we can hire this black woman and then do the orange skin CGI, and it really doesn't matter. But it's still a stretch. And then if you've seen, like, they've had pictures from, where they're shooting, and they have her, they're not doing this woman a favor. They have her looking like, a hood rat. And not all black women are hood rats, okay? I'm not saying that. But I'm not even saying she, the actress personally, is a hood rat. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they are making her character, as she's playing her character, Starfire, look like one. And so there's that. And then now we have, Nicole Maines, an activist who was playing the first trans superhero. I mean, once again, if this was by itself, no other context, whatever, especially if it's a new superhero that isn't in the comics, and they're creating their own, you know, character, and they're not turning someone else into something. That's fine, but it's just, it raises an eyebrow whenever you add it with all the other stuff, and then you add it now. They're, you know, oh, she's joining the series Supergirl. Okay, so it's probably going to be a new hero that's going to appear in Supergirl. But now you had this Batwoman thing, where, as we saw up here, see if I can find it. An out lesbian with a passion for social justice. Like, all these are adding up, and it's not a good look, CW. It's not a good look. Okay, the CW superhero crossover event will air in December. The Batwoman series is development for the 2019-2020 season, with executive producer / writer Carolyn Dries at the helm, as well as executive producers Greg Berlanti, Sarah Schechter, I assume that's how it's spelled, and Jeff Johns. Okay, so this is the first one. Oh, Jesus. CNN. This is the first thing I saw. Famous and proud celeb parents and their LGBTQ children. Why is this news? Okay, so we're going back to Google. And I wanted to find this one. It was on the second page because it was the article that I saw this morning, so I figured it should be the one. Okay, so we're going to go with the first two, the top two. So this one comes from Variety. I know nothing about this website, so it could be neutral, it could be right, it could be left. I don't know what they're going to say. We're reacting to the articles. Ruby Rose will be suiting up as the DC hero Batwoman for the CW, Variety has learned. As previously announced, the character will make her CW debut in the annual crossover event between 4 of the network's DC shows, The Flash, Arrow. It's honestly the first I'm hearing about that one, so feel free to talk about the comments about this one if that follows to what I was talking about, or it's more like Arrow from what I've heard being not, you know, at least being good storytelling, or as good as a superhero TV show on a budget can be. The CW is also currently developing a series based around the character, whose real name is Kate Kane. Okay, yeah, so it's Batwoman. It's not Batgirl. So anyone who might be bitching and be like, "Oh, that's not Barbara Gordon," and Barbara Gordon would never be an out lesbian activist, or not activist, SJW, or social, like, championing social justice. It's not Barbara Gordon. Now, I don't know much about the Batwoman character. I've read a couple of the Batman comic books that I've read recently. I've seen her in them. But all I know is her from those specific adventures. I don't know anything about her actual character. So this stuff might actually be, once again, I said it's just not a good look. I'm not saying it's necessarily true that they're doing this to push a narrative. I'm just saying overall, the heroes they're choosing and how they're portraying these heroes is not a good look. But for all I know, you know, Kate Kane could be an SJW in the Batwoman, as Batwoman in the comics. You know, if you do know, feel free to let me know and let others know in the comment section down below. You know, I don't want to spread misinformation. That's why if I don't know 100% everything I say in a video, I will say I don't know, but this is what it looks like to me from outside looking in. Please, you know, before you take my word for it here, do your own research. The CW is also currently developing, okay, I already read that. Armed with a passion for social justice and a flair for speaking her mind, she soars onto the streets of Gotham as Batwoman. So it is out lesbian. What is an out lesbian? No, I'll find news myself. Okay? All right, let me let's go to Google real quick. The Googles. Cuz we should trust Google, right? No. No. Not after what they did to Alex Jones. Okay, out lesbian. What the fuck is that? I feel like we should know what the hell we're talking about. A lesbian is to describe a homosexual woman. Okay, we know that. Okay, well that is not, that's just lesbians. That's not out lesbian. Coming out as a lesbian. Why I waited until I was 40 to come out as a lesbian. Who are the most famous lesbian and bisexual celebrities? Lesbian actresses. Glad media reference guy. Lesbian, gay, bisexual. Okay, since I don't want to search through the whole article, I'm going to try and see if we can find out from this description. Out gay man, out lesbian, or out queer person. Queer person. You may also simply describe the person as being out. For example, Ricky Martin is an out. Okay, I gotta go in because that's not enough information. No, I don't want your shit. A person who self-identifies as LGBTQ in their personal, public, and/or professional lives. For example, Ricky Martin is an out pop star from Puerto Rico, preferred to open. Okay, so it means that they're out of the closet. Got it. I'm glad we got that mystery solved. So Batwoman is out of the closet. Got it. I don't know why you didn't just say that. Why we gotta pick up trendy words for things that already exist. Okay. As previously announced, the character. Did we already read this? I'm so confused. Where was I at? Okay, an out lesbian and highly trained street fighter primed to snuff out the failing city's criminal research. Oh my god, so this is CW's description. This wasn't CNN's description. Why is there a criminal resurgence? Where's Batman at? Batman already there. He's already there. Is she better than Batman? I have so many questions right now that need answered. But don't call her a hero yet. Oh, don't call her a hero. Why not? In a city desperate for a safe. Please tell me this isn't Gotham City. Please tell me it's taking it somewhere else. Please tell me it is taking place in somewhere else. Oh, please, for the love of God, tell me it's like in Metropolis or something. It can't be Metropolis because Metropolis has Superman. Oh, this has to be, and it can't be in any of the cities that has Supergirl, that has Arrow, that has Flash, that has any of these other guys, because they've already got heroes. You can't be desperate for a hero if there's already a hero. So what? Where's this taking place? It better not be Gotham City. Batman is my number 2 favorite superhero of all time, number 1 current superhero. Spider-Man's number 1 all time, number 2 right now, mainly because of SJW Marvel. But hopefully with the new writer, he'll get back up there again. But I enjoy reading Batman the most right now. But that being said, where the fuck's Batman? That's all I'm saying. This better not be in Gotham City. Oh wait, it is Gotham City because I already. It is Gotham City. Look. It's fucking Gotham City. It's Gotham City. They have Batman. And don't tell me she's replacing Batman and Batman doesn't exist in this universe. Don't tell me that. Especially because they've already. I only know this because some YouTubers I'm subscribed to that brought this up in a video that I watched of theirs. Batman's already been dropped in one of the shows that already exists. Well, not Batman, Bruce Wayne. And in the Titans thing, Robin exists. So that means if Bruce Wayne exists and Robin exists, then Batman exists. So just because they're not showing him, probably because of a copyright issue or something, they don't have the rights to use him in their series yet. Doesn't mean he's not there, canonically. Batman existed before any other heroes existed in Gotham. He was the first. So where is he? Why are they desperate for a hero if Batman's already there? This makes no fucking sense. Once again, another little proof of a little bit of proof on the sprinkle on the pile there. CW, make that look even worse. But don't call her here yet. Instead, he's desperate for a savior. Kate must overcome her own demons before embracing the call to be Gotham's symbol of hope. Batman. Batman. Should the show get picked up, it would bow during the 2019-2020 season. It better not get picked up. I swear to God, if they do my boy Bruce like this, I'm going to be kind of... I mean, I understand the shows aren't for me because I don't watch them, but I am a superhero fan, and this would be added to the fandom. And there's a big part of the fandom who would not be okay with this. Okay? Now, if... This would look a lot better. This would look a lot better if they acknowledged Batman and she just happened to be in the same city. But you can't do a superhero in Gotham and just pretend Batman doesn't exist. You can't do it. You just can't. Caroline Dries will serve as the writer, and because only women can write women. Don't you know? Will serve as the writer and executive producer on that project. Producer. Okay. Greg Berlanti and Sarah Schechter will also executive produce. So 2 women, 1 guy. Of course. Via Berlanti Productions. And the only reason why there's a guy is because he owns the fucking studio. Oh, of course. Of course. Oh, sorry, I started laughing there. I forgot where the Berlanti Productions will produce in association with Warner Brothers Television. A native of Australia, Rose first drew the attention of American TV viewers with her breakout Stella, I Don't Care About Orange Is the New Black. It's probably some chick flick type show. She went on to appear in films like Resident Evil: The Final Chapter. Well, there's a good sign. That's a terrible movie. The Return of Xander Cage. The Triple X's, once again, they're great summer blockbuster movies. But as far as like actual like get you thinking and immersed movies, they're not that great. John Wick Chapter 2. Well, like it's got Keanu Reeves, so it's a good movie. But it's probably because I actually haven't watched John Wick yet. I'm gonna get around to it eventually. Don't shame me. I'm gonna get around to it eventually. It's not that I'm not gonna watch it. I just haven't done it yet. But pretty sure it's good because of Keanu Reeves. And Pitch Perfect, of course. She will also star in the upcoming action horror film The Meg. I don't even know what that is, so I'll leave out my my presumptions on that one. She is rep by UTA Art to Perform and attorney Howard Fishman. I don't know why I care who her attorney is, but okay. So yeah, there we go. Let's look at one more article. I said back, you fools. I don't want to see EW.com because we already seen their pitch, so we already know what their view on her is. I want to see someone, not Fox News. Okay, no. I only did CNN because they were the first one I saw, but I don't trust CNN, Fox News, ABC, NBC. I don't trust any of those motherfuckers. Ruby Rose cast as a CW's people.com. You know what? Let's see what Polygon says. You gotta love Polygon. I say that sarcastically. I'm saying that just fucking gaming journalism. Ruby Rose lands a perfect role as Batwoman in CW's Arrowverse crossover event. Rose will play... Why is that such a defining character? I'm open... Batman, okay, Ben Affleck plays as openly straight Bruce Wayne, aka Batman. What? Like, that's not... If you don't do it to a straight character, right? Okay, let's say this, okay, because people use things that people are, like, physically, or, like, what they like to do, as descriptors. So, I'm just going to say this. The group that's considered not the minority and not the underprivileged. You can debate whether that's true or not, but that's what people like to consider, right? Okay, so white male. If you would not say it attached to a white male, as in, white superhero, gay superhero, openly gay superhero, right? If you wouldn't say anything like that, and etc., then don't say it for the gay ones and the black ones and the Asian ones and the women. Don't say it. It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with their character. Okay. Anyways, like that tells you, if people actually add things like that, it tells you where their head's at, and it tells you the premise. Because, for instance, let's say Richard Spencer wrote an article, that the main head guy of the alt-right, and he said the same thing. He said, straight white male or something, or straight white men are having this done to them or something like that. If anyone ever opens up with a descriptor of something that is irrelevant, then they're trying to spin a narrative. Okay, don't listen to them. They're trying to get to a conclusion. They're not trying to find a conclusion. They're trying to get to their conclusion. Okay, the more you know. Okay, Hollywood Darling. I'm going to take your word for it, Polygon, because I don't know. Ruby Rose is set to play Batwoman in a new crossover event for the CW, DC Comics announced today. Rose is best known for appearing... By the way, I'm more ashamed that DC Comics is on board with this than anything else. Rose is best known for appearing in a series of critically acclaimed TV series, genre films. Orange is the New Black. Once again, I've never heard of it. Take your word for it. John Wick Chapter 2 is probably her best thing she's been in. Riding the coattails of Keanu Reeves. And the upcoming shark movie, The Meg. Okay, so The Meg is a shark movie. Okay. She isn't a stranger to the genre scene, but Batwoman marks the first time Rose will take on a superhero role. Hopefully it won't be her last. We'll see. We'll see how I feel on the hopefully or not hopefully part. She's also incredibly well known for her portrayal of openly queer characters. See, she's been pigeonholed. Okay, I just want to point this out, okay? What do feminists complain all the time about? What do black people complain all the time about? Not all black people, like the SJW types. When it comes to entertainment, really, and this kind of thing. Asian characters, gay characters. They always complain that they get pigeonholed, right? That they can't play one, they have to play one thing. Yet here you are championing it? Make up your mind. Why can't a gay woman play as a straight woman? Actors act. They don't be who they are on screen, they act. That's what they're getting paid to do. Act means you're being something that you're not, and you're making other people believe it. And if she can't pull off something that she's not, then she's not a good actor. Both in bigger projects and artier shorts. Apparently artier is a journalistic word. Polygon. People wonder why Gamergate was a thing. Is technically a thing. We're just not calling it Gamergate anymore, but it still exists. Rose will play the Kate Kane version of Batwoman, first introduced in 2006 and regarded as one of DC Comics' most prominent gay superheroes. Okay, so she is gay. So the superhero is gay. Okay, well, there's one piece of evidence taken off, but CW, you still chose to do this. You could have easily done a Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, just as easily. But, we gotta fill all the diversity quotas. And Batgirl's way more well-known, too, by the way. Just in case you didn't know that. Batgirl is more well-known. I barely knew Batwoman. Batwoman's only been around since 2006. Batgirl's been around since the 90s. Okay? People love Barbara Gordon. Almost as much as, even girls. Girls who just like girl superheroes, which I think is also stupid. You know, I like reading some comic books with a female lead. Like, it's a good story, I'll read it. But yeah, like people who are like that, I guarantee you that demographic likes Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, almost as much as they like Harley Quinn, right? She's well known. They like her. Batwoman is like, no. And she's barely really in any of Batman's adventures. She's usually just a little side character. She doesn't even get as much time as the Red Hood. Okay? Which was the Robin that Batman had that got killed back in the day. He came back and became the Red Hood and was his enemy for a little bit. Like, Red Hood gets more time than Batwoman does. So to pick this character, there's obviously something you're trying to do. It wasn't just, oh, this character looks cool. Especially since you're making such a big deal out of it. Hold on. Sorry, I have the cough today. I'm trying to hold it back. In the announcement of Rose's casting... Wait, did I skip anything? Okay, gay superhero. One of DC Comics' most prominent gay superheroes. She's one of the only gay superheroes. It's like saying you're the least bad-smelling piece of crap in the toilet. There's only like 3 logs in there. In the announcement of Rose's casting, the CW and DC emphasized that Kane was an out... Why are we emphasizing this? Why does this matter to the character? The only thing that matters to the character is their love interest, and that should be it. That should be it. An out lesbian and highly... I know, like I said, I don't know much about the character, but who trained her? Because I'm pretty sure it wasn't Batman. Especially if in this twisted version of the DC universe that they seem to have going on here, and Batman doesn't exist for some reason. Who trained her? Is she just a woman, so she just knows how to fight? Like, I really have these questions. And if that is the case, then she sounded an awful lot like a Mary Sue. I mean, Batman had to train for, like, at least 10 years, maybe more than that. It kind of depends on which version of Batman it is. But he traveled the world training for years to become the perfect martial artist that he was. And the perfect detective. Honing his mind. He did nothing but train and study. Okay, Street Fighter Prime to snuff out the failing city's criminal resurgence, keeping her identity intact. Okay, let's see what DC Comics has to say. Okay, the daughter of a prominent colonel and cousin to Bruce Wayne. So he exists. Oh, okay. No, wait. In the comics, I should have finished. Kate has a tragic childhood in which her mother and sister are both killed after being abducted and taken hostage. Well, at least she still has her dad, more than Bruce has, leaving her to be raised by her father. Oh, the horror. She was raised by a man. Eventually accepted to West Point. Of course she was accepted to West Point. Why would she be accepted to the best fucking military college? Kate does very well academically until it's discovered that she's in a lesbian relationship with another student and chooses to leave school rather than lie about who she is. Oh, how noble of her. Really? Over time, what is this? What is that plot point? I'm glad I've never read this book. This sounds terrible. Over time, inspired by Gotham's most famous vigilante. Okay, so if they're even... Okay, so she's inspired by her cousin Batman. So if they want to hold to anything of relevance of the character in the comic books, Batman has to exist. So why is Gotham needing a hero? Like, I don't understand this. So many questions. Kate finds a new way to fight for justice under the guise of Batwoman. Okay. Actor Stephen Amell, Green Arrow, first teased last year that Batwoman would appear in a special event between the Arrowverse shows. The special doesn't have an air date at this time. Okay, so that's it. That's all she wrote there. So, what did we take away from this? She's openly gay. She's highly trained for some reason. And apparently Gotham needs a hero because Batman isn't there, or Batman's not good enough because he's a man or something. I don't know. That's based. They really didn't tell us anything. They told us she was gay. DC told us she was a cousin of Batman. But none of these articles did, and CW didn't. If we didn't read this one, right, all we would know is that she's openly gay. She's highly trained for some reason, and Gotham needs a hero for some reason. Like, where's Batman? So really, that just gives us another question: where the fuck's Batman? So yeah. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about it. Like I said, this really isn't meant for me, but still, like, it's World of Warcraft, go away. It's still, like, as a superhero fan, it's still gonna become part of the fandom, right? And this doesn't sound like a good character. It sounds like this character is nothing but what she's made of. Oh, we also learned that it's being written and produced by 2 women and 1 guy, and the 1 guy just happens to be the owner of the studio that's producing it. Like, that's probably the only reason why he's even there. So, I don't know. It's not looking good. It's not really looking good. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. Tell me why I'm wrong. And as always, this has been Untitled Chapter. Until next time, I should go.